Just like there are signs seen in a toxic person that highlights their toxicity, there are indicators you're near a toxic person because of how the individual makes you feel. 1. They gaslight you. A toxic person makes you feel like you are the problem. It is never their fault. They isolate you from your family and friends. Gaslighting is a form of manipulation. Do you have a partner or friend who consistently refuses to admit things that have happened or they have done to you? They can use sentences like, "I never said that." It is a huge red flag if you feel that they will always turn the blame on you, or if you feel uncomfortable around your partner or friend. If you feel this way, it is time to reflect if this person is worth keeping in your life. 2. They always need your attention. Does this person always want something from you? They always want emotional support, whether it's showing up at your door, constant texts, or phone calls. And these people are most likely not doing the same for you in return. They need to showcase their superiority to obtain affirmation. They have an amplified level of self-interest. They take what you have and give nothing in return. These people might have a narcissistic personality disorder. 3. They don't respect your boundaries. Do they not respect your boundaries? This person is toxic if they can always find a way to disrespect you if you have been open to the person about your needs from time to time. Not respecting boundaries is a sign of a toxic person. Nourishing relationships are based on the ability to respect boundaries and are based on trust. And a toxic person doesn't know how to keep a healthy relationship. Also, another sign that a person doesn't respect your boundaries is changing or interrupting the conversation when you're talking about something important to you. 4. There's always drama. Have you ever noted how some people constantly attract drama? A toxic person flourishes in a toxic environment. It's likely not a coincidence at this point. They like stirring the pot to catch a glimpse of what can happen. They create friction and inflame emotions. People can be toxic if they don't care about being in a healthy and stable relationship. As cliché as it might sound, all relationships have drama. But some habits in a relationship should never be allowed. It would be best to have some values that when someone crosses, they will face consequences. Drama happens a few times in a relationship, but is always controlled and doesn't cause severe emotional damage. Things like physical fighting, verbal fighting, and cheating are some of the physical and emotional abuse that you should avoid. Always be drama-free. Be around people who love and support you. 5. It feels competitive. Is there an underlying feeling of competitiveness? If a partner or friend cannot celebrate your successes or happiness, they are not true friends or partners. This person is toxic, and you should keep some distance between the two of you. It can feel competitive when the toxic person always gives you a strange remark or opinion when you haven't asked for it. It is important to have a chat with your partner or friend and tell them how you feel. If they blame you, get defensive, or shut the conversation down, then it may be important to establish boundaries with such toxic people. Focus on surrounding yourself with friends who genuinely love and care for you. 6. Inconsistency. Part of being human is having the good times and the bad, having ups and downs. But one sign of a toxic human being is that the person can never be consistent for the most part. You can never predict their next move. They never keep their promises and are never committed to anyone. They can write you off 1 minute and be happy to see you the next. 7. You are feeling drained after spending time with them. Are you exhausted when you spend time with them? Have you ever felt the world's weight is on your shoulders after being around a friend or partner? In instances like this, it is healthy to spend time with people who make you feel uplifted, those who encourage you, and the people who give you energy. If you feel not yourself and more tired after hanging out with them, it is a sign that they are a toxic person. 8. They abuse substances. The abuse of drugs is another toxic behavior. For example, the excessive use of alcohol and drugs. They become toxic when they excessively use this substance and start to harm themselves and other people. All relationships are affected by excessive use of drugs. An addict's life is focused on using and obtaining the drug. Maintaining open communication, respect, and trust with them is difficult, which are important factors in a flourishing relationship. An addiction to drugs has a substantial impact on relationships in various ways. The person might end up neglecting the needs of a loved one and avoiding any responsibilities. This toxic behavior will cause the other person to feel betrayed, angry, and hurt. 9. They manipulate others for what they want. Do you feel manipulated and taken advantage of? These toxic people like to get what they want by manipulating people. A toxic person will do whatever it takes, even with the consequence of hurting a person. This means exaggerating, bending the truth, lying, or leaving out information so that you have a particular opinion of them or take a specific action. They can also use love bombing to manipulate you. Love bombing is manipulation through exaggerated attention, mostly showering you inappropriately with affection, time, compliments, and gifts. Once they sweep you away, the attention will stop, and you will be left feeling like you are chasing it down or you are begging for the attention. 10. They won't own their feelings. They will project their thoughts and feelings onto you. They will behave as if their feelings are yours, rather than own their feelings. An example is when someone blames you for being angry when they are naturally angry. This might be as little as, "Why are you angry with me?" Or, "Are you okay with me?" A person might find themselves trying to prove them wrong, and you won't win, because it's about them. You have to be transparent to a toxic person about what's theirs and what's yours. You might be projected onto when you feel you're fighting them about things that don't add up. You must remember that you don't have to defend, justify, and explain yourself to a toxic person. 11. They never apologize. Do they never apologize? There is no point in arguing with a toxic person because they will lie before ever apologizing to you. They will retell a story, change how it happened, and completely twist it. Never continue an argument with such a toxic person. And you also have to move on without apologizing. You could be doing better things than focusing on a toxic person. Never give them the joy of seeing you suffer. 12. They're very negative. Perhaps a lover or a friend is always negative about everything. Time spent with a negative person can make you feel drained, and as you spend more time with them, you start being negative too. You will notice family and friends start keeping a distance from you when you hang out with this person, as you emit that negative energy. They see the world negatively and have deep wounds of insecurity. It is essential to set a boundary with this toxic person by spending less time with them and changing a negative conversation to a positive one. 13. They leave conversations unfinished. A toxic person doesn't answer your calls. They also don't bother to reply to your texts or emails. You might not even know how your relationship is going when you hear the voicemail messages they left you. Occasionally, you might think they are mad at you or think you are the problem. But if that person loves you, they will do their best to solve your problems and care for you. At least they should try, even though it isn't an assurance that they will have a solution to the problem. A toxic person will leave you on read for days, even months without any reply. It is better to stop calling or texting them so that you have some peace of mind. If you have seen any of these signs on a person, please share them in the comment section. If you liked the video, please share and hit the like button. Subscribe for more content, and see you in the next video.